what's going on? Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Yo, what's going on?
All right, I got my coffee. Let's go. Hi, everybody. Heyo. That's my catchphrase in chat. I always say heyo to the hermits. It's a thing. It's a thing. Hi. Hey, Larry. Hey, Roman. How are you? Good to see you guys. Happy Monday, Hanson. How are you? Coffee. What's up, Zing? How you been? Pancake Zombie the second. was Pancake Zombie already taken? These are the things I need to know. Where's my cursor? Where's my cursor? 4 monitors. Why are you doing this to me? Pancake Zombie, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. Hey, Tabby, how are you? Hennis, how are you? Tori, hello. Did everybody have a good weekend? Did everybody have a good weekend? What's up, Cash? How you doing? No, your favorite number is 2. Yeah, that works, I suppose. Turk, how you doing, my friend? Ada, happy Monday to you. Happy Monday. Yeah, I had a good weekend. Got to watch some hockey games. Oh, and then yesterday I got sucked into a game that I totally shouldn't have played. We'll talk about that in a bit. But I had a good weekend. But I'm under stress now though, because I've got a lot of redstone done. I'm excited about. That's gonna be in the video. Yeah, Stacklands sing. Planning out next episode and stuff. I've got to have it done by Wednesday night. Thursday, I need all day to prep my house. Friday, I have 2 friends coming into town. We planned this like a year ago. 2 friends, 2 of my best friends I've had since elementary school are flying in, and I'm spending the whole weekend with them. I'm not touching my computer unless it's for, you know, no work will be done for those like 3 or 4 days. So there will be a little bit of delay between videos, but I'm super excited about this weekend. People coming in looking for PlateUp and it's not here. Is PlateUp in more demand than Hermitcraft now? What's happening? What's happening? What's up, Epic Player? How are you? Yeah, you saw the tweet and you bought Stacklands and played 7 hours, Burnt Potato? Yeah, it's rough. PlateUp in Hermitcraft. Oh, now you're talking. I like that. How would I simulate the meals? It would have to be all redstone based. Yeah, I asked Brody. He wanted to take the weekend off. I tried to get him to play last night, and that's fine. We'll play again soon. I have no idea when, but I know there's definitely a demand. People, yeah, definitely a demand for PlateUp, as I was saying. Reality King, 25 gift subs. Thank you. I salute you so much. Thank you, Reality King. Did you figure out the redstone placement that you bought? Bloop, sure did. That's what we're doing today. I've actually done the redstone. That's based on the actual size that the card, all this stuff we'll talk about. The card unloader, the permanent card processor, the card shuffler, the card dealer, all the regular card processing, discarding, destroying cards, reloading your deck. All that stuff is done. What was I talking about? Oh, PlateUp. Yeah, people really want to watch that. That's great. I am amazed at how popular that game is. I appreciate it. Who else is on today? That would be an Impulse, a Joe, a Tango, an Azuma, and a Cleo. What's up, Doc? How you doing? Scarlett, how are you? It's interactive. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah. So plans for today. I unfortunately have to do some significant digging, but to hopefully offset that boredom, I do have a pretty good sized list of topics that we can talk about for Decked Out. Things that are coming up, things that are undecided, things that, you know, things I'm excited about, things I want your feedback on, that sort of stuff. So we'll do a little bit of chatty stream today, and then I do have to get a little bit of materials for the build. I think I'm going to be building, I might, no guarantees, no promises here, but I might be building the basement of the crypt, which is down some stairs right here, not too far, but this area right here in front of me is the basement of the crypt, and I might be building that out, I think, this episode as well too. What's up, Mosul? My favorite person right now. I need an affiliate link for buying PlateUp. Yeah, that'd be great. I know. How many people have bought the game because I've been streaming with Brody? Quite a few, I'd imagine. All right, I want to get a hoe for this because there's a significant amount of moss digging and stuff. No sink pizza today, no. Maybe later this week. We'll see. Did I turn off view bobbing? No. The little guy bobs there. See? You may or may not be watching someone else play PlateUp. Is it Hafu? She's amazing. Tools. That's a big hole. It is. Thank you for noticing. Tools. Do I have Oh, I think I might have one in the skadoodler. There it is. We'll take that guy with us. Boop. We'll put him in number 2 slot. People being amazing over here. Surface Healer, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for the biddies. Almost missed. Tom Kazi, thank you for 10 billion biddies. That's 1,000 biddies. Thank you so much. I wonder when the next version will have for mechanic. Next version meaning decked out 3. We don't talk about decked out 3 yet. We'll see how I feel after decked out 2. What's PlateUp? It's a game. PlateUp, no spaces. Go Google it on Steam, and it's a super fun game that I've been playing a lot lately. And now that I'm doing my primary content here, people are sad I'm not playing that. No block versus custom records for Hermit. You can have records be the default, but a perm card can change. Oh, interesting. Moriner, do both, you're saying. You could have a card that changes the flavor and gives you the audios. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know that I want to do both, but I will definitely keep that in mind. I like the concept. More work, yeah. We are going to talk about some of the upcoming changes to permanent cards today, or potential changes coming to permanent cards today too, though. All right, let's get this thing going here. Should probably save all this. I hate that I have to use 3 tools, shovel and everything. Go raid! Impulse. Oh, what's that? Is that a? What is? I don't know. I've never heard of an impulse. What is that? What's an impulse do? Impulse. Do they play Minecraft? I'll have to look them up. Impulse. I guess. Pretty weird name if you ask me. Welcome everybody. They sound impulsive. A little bit. Just a little. Impulse, how you doing, my friend? Some drummer guy. I know, he's been drumming on streams. It's pretty cool. Hey Tango, how do you say GIF? Oh wow, is this what he told you to ask me? I say GIF. I say hard G. But sometimes I slip and say GIF, and I'm sad at myself, and a little piece of my soul dies. Smart guy. Yeah, like my brain wants to say GIF. It absolutely wants to say GIF. But I've decided that GIF is the right way to say, because that's what it should be, but it's probably one of the ones that's like there's like a lot of debate. Tango made the cool kids club. Yeah, I mean, just for today. I'm sure I'll be out of it by next week for some reason or another. This is very weird right here. The creator said GIF. Well, the creator's dumb. I mean, he might have made the word, but I guess he gets to decide how to say it too. He or she. People doing things. Quubs, thank you. Hey, fan, how's hockey going? You helped me with your breaking. Did you break your leg playing hockey? That's horrible. I haven't played hockey in about 3 weeks. It is starting up again this Thursday, and I'm very, very excited about that. Hockey is real important to me. You guys know I talk about it a lot, like a lot, more than I should, because there's probably not much crossover between hockey and Minecraft. But it's the greatest thing. I wish I started earlier in my life. And yeah, the league ended and some practice sessions were missed, and I haven't been on the ice in like 3 weeks, and it's killing me. It's killing me. Ice hockey, yeah, Space Whale. That's weird that everyone. Oh, hi! Everything's fine. That's number 1. The creeper's like, I'm here to help you dig. What can I do for you? You know what I want to know is I'm wearing 0 armor. How did I not die? And my totem didn't get spent or anything. Like, what? 0 armor. I am like blow up material. Oh, Space Whale, I totally agree. Yeah, whenever I say hockey and someone says ice hockey, I'm like, seriously? You're gonna really ask me that question right now? Do I look like someone who's gonna go out there and play field hockey? Like, come on now. Makes me sad that hockey is so unpopular. It's the best sport. What can a creeper do for you, right? What's the what company has that tagline? What can so and so do for you? Brown, UPS, right? That's UPS. Yeah, the Yotes are playing at ASU this year, yeah. And that's where I'm playing hockey too. Not in the official Yotes arena, but I'm playing in the same. They have 2 sheets of ice there, and I'm playing on the back practice ice, which I'm pretty excited about. It's brand new facility. And I think Vegas fan, I missed your name, sorry, but yeah, I'm gonna be going to Vegas in a couple months with the missus and with Brody, and we're gonna go see a Vegas Yotes game. Pretty excited about that. Creeper's been creeping. What are we digging? This is where the redstone is gonna be for all card processing. All the things, the cards with the shuffling and the drawing. Oh, Sick It Junior, you gotta play. Like, I got no business play. I am old and out of shape, and I got no business learning how to play hockey at this point in my life, but I'm doing it anyways because it's fun. I'm so out of shape though, and it's tough. It's a very strenuous sport. What's the green border for? This is the this is mini HUD, and you can basically put shapes in the world, and I'm using that as an indicator of what area I need to dig out, so I don't have to keep checking. I use it a lot for just digging holes out. Do you think you'll upgrade the minecart? I totally forgot, Jamanesh. Yeah, I forgot about that actually. I need to, absolutely. Although I did kind of put in an impromptu fix for the minecart getting stuck in the scaffolding. I don't know if that was the official fix or what, but I mean, what was it? Friday? We streamed Hermitcraft and we actually experienced the minecart getting stuck, and it was very sad. Why am I digging this hole? I think I just said that, but it's this is where the redstone's gonna go for the card shuffler, which I'm super excited about. Yeah, who needs clay again? I know, right? What do you think of the Washington Capitals? I think the Washington Caps are on their way downhill. They're still a great team, but they're on their way downhill. They're getting too old. They are very much an aging team. But I haven't been paying attention to their draft pool or anything like that, so I don't know who they have coming up. Dallas Stars? I would say the same thing. Although I don't know much about the Stars. They were better 3 or 4 years ago. Still better than my team though, so you know. Preds, they're on the up and up. I think they're a good team. I think they're still getting better. Kraken. I mean, you know, Kraken have a future. Penguins, yeah, I don't follow Penguins that much. I was surprised to find out how old Crosby was. Been around for a long time. It's the Minecraft hockey crossover group. Yeah, all 7 of us. I shouldn't be doing this. I want to just get like, well, I should be doing this. I want to get 1 layer dug out here. There's no way we're digging this all out today. We'll take breaks and stuff. Cashy, it was a surprise. I was. They had their mindset. If you're talking about the Coyotes in particular, they had their mindset on Logan Cooley. But I was surprised when Wright didn't go first. It didn't go until 4th or something like that. And I've decided I don't like him now because his response was like arrogance and like, I can't believe I didn't go first or something like that. In an interview, he like just really embarrassed himself. So I don't like him anymore. Why not HHH? I don't know. I want to talk to you guys. Anything planned to work on for the stream after this? It's a diggy stream and a little bit of resource collection and stuff. But like I said, I've got a big list of. It probably won't be that long of a stream. We'll see. I do have a big list of decked out related ideas, concepts, and things I want to run by you guys. So hopefully we'll keep it interesting. I'll get your input. But right now we're apparently talking hockey. Even though you live in Arizona, you don't prefer the Yotes? I get it. Yeah, trust me, they're a hard team to follow. No question about it. How long will the stream be? I don't know, a couple hours probably. Till I get bored or done with what I'm doing. Make a hockey room and decked. 2 people in a row just said make hockey room and decked out. What does that even mean? I don't know how that works. I have a really important question for you. Are you a real person? No. This is a simulation. My face here that you're seeing in front of me is a computer simulation, intentionally built with many flaws, just to evoke realism or something. Tango is AI, yeah. Try being a Blue Jackets fan? Nah, that's a pass. The whole U of A versus ASU's a strong rival. Yeah, it is. It is. I don't follow college sports that much, but I know that's crazy. Yeah. Hockey room, 2 wardens, ice floor, players, a puck. See who scores a goal first. How many years have I been a Yotes fan? Only like 3 years because I just got into hockey. I wasn't around for the Shane Doan years and stuff like that. You're having seasickness? I know. I'll try to. I mean, if you want, you can just turn the video off and listen and hang out and read chat. That's what a lot of people do. I'm trying not to be too wiggly with my digging. Hope that's helping. We'll see. I'll try harder. Wiggly diggling, yeah. Hey Pebbles, how you doing? Evil Notion, how are you? Good to see you. It is Astro's birthday, and I can tell you who we're raiding when this stream is over. The birthday boy. Because birthdays. He'll take 1 chikrin, please. No way, we ain't giving him up. It's the only good thing we got going for the team right now. What about PlateUp as a jet stream? Nope. That's for Brody and I. Some games, I honestly think it'd be not as fun with 4 people. And I really like playing with Brody, so it's fun. Why am I digging out 1 layer? I never dig out 1 layer at a time. All right, so first thing we talk about is the card shuffler system. Everything is, like I said, I've got the Shulker unloader, the permanent card processor. And when I say this, I don't mean the actual content of the cards, just the system to do these things. The card shuffler. I should keep digging while I say this. Oh, PlateUp is near impossible in single player? Yeah, Tolerant, I can imagine, yeah. So yeah, the order is you drop your Shulker deck off. It's going to get dropped down here through like a water stream or something. Go into the Shulker unloader. Unload all your cards. It will then process your permanent cards first. And there's a special area for those. You know which permanent card was activated and stuff like that. And custom redstone spot. I'll go into all that during the video. And then it puts the cards into the shuffler, because obviously you don't want to shuffle your permanent cards out. That doesn't make sense because they need to be played first. Yeah, exactly, Zing. The time it's going to take to process the cards and shuffle them and everything is going to be, if I had to guess, roughly 30 seconds to get the Shulker box down here, to unload it, which, you know, there could be 40 cards in your Shulker box, right? Then to process the permanents, then to shuffle. I have to shuffle for at least 10 seconds. And then, you know, so I'm looking at least half a minute from the time you release your shulker box to the time the game's ready to play. So the minecart ride that we're gonna take down is actually a perfect time killer. It's like that specialized loading screen in some games where it's just like, oh, we have something to do. We'll just put up this little thing to just distract you while we're doing the important thing, so you don't have to wait. Max deck size is 27. No, actually, because the cards stack. So you could have the same card multiple times. I was happy to realize that I got the stuff in there to easily limit it. So that there will be the rule you can only have one card in your deck 3 times. Permanents can only be in your deck once. Normal cards you can have in your deck up to 3 times. And I think that's going to work out great. So the actual limit is 27 times 3. That's 72. I don't know. Because they stack, so you can stack 3, I think. Oh, actually, no. So it would be, if you had no permanents, it'd be 27 times 3, yeah. What do you mean by permanent cards? Okay, so if you're new and you missed the episodes where I was going over what all the different types of cards were, there's 2 types of cards, ethereal and permanent. Permanent is, it means they're processed immediately before you enter the game and they stay in effect for the entire game. So kind of like a global modification to the game that's always running while you're going. Ethereal cards are cards that can only, they're like normal cards, you put them in your deck, but once they're played, they are destroyed. So you only get to play them once, which makes for interesting stuff. I don't know what STS is, but yes, kind of. Hi, Lomax. 81. I don't think anyone will hit the capacity. It would be inefficient to do so. The game is going to obviously, like, if you put 81 cards in your deck, that's probably not too smart because where is my super suit? Ah, there it is. I left it on the ground. Oh, Slay the Spire. Gotcha, Fate. Yeah. Yeah, like innate cards. Except, I think innate and Slay the Spire means you have them in your deck at the beginning. Permanent cards, you won't ever see them. They're just played and they're automatically in effect. Beautiful, beautiful, sorted storage room. Thank you. Will the main lobby room have music, ambient noise? I don't know, Evelyn. I'm hoping to. I was thinking about that today. You know, whether it be the main room, the entrance area. I'm not sure. I think it would be good, but I don't want it to get annoying either. I don't think it would be constant. I may do like random ambient noises that go off like every few minutes or something subtle. I think that'd be more fun. Where was I though? We're talking about the card processor, right? Yeah, so the permanent cards are processed and then put into the shuffler, or sorry, the cards that are not permanents are put into the shuffler. The shuffler shuffles cards for 10 seconds, completely randomizing them. I've tested that and it's working great. It's a simple, elegant little solution. It's nothing, just, you know, a loop of droppers with hoppers underneath it that unlock. It's pretty simple. And then he starts processing the cards and we get like, there's like, as I was doing this, there's all kinds of features that and I'll talk about this all in the video. You guys are getting my spiel right now. But there's all kinds of little cool features we're going to be able to do, like cards that have a chance of destroying themselves, cards that have a chance of destroying or automatically discarding the next card, like all kinds of cards that can affect future cards and stuff like that. We can queue up like the next 2 cards will be discarded because I'm using like queuing systems and stuff rather than just like flags. It's all pretty cool stuff. When is new video? I'm hoping Thursday. I gotta have it finished by Wednesday night. Should be out Thursday morning. Voiceover during the minecart ride to add ambiance? Maybe. I'm sure there'll be some sound. I have no idea what the minecart ride will be. God, so sick of clay. What about occasional sound of shifting rocks? Inside the game or on the ride, or maybe. Do players choose their deck? Yeah, they get to build their deck. Every time they play the game, they accumulate Frost Embers. If they're doing well, and with those Frost Embers, they can buy new cards for future runs. Yeah, dragon, yeah. What happens if hermits leave items in the box that don't belong? It's fine. They'll actually, it'll hurt them because the card shuffler will try to spit it out as one of the items, but then obviously it won't get picked up as a valid card, so they'll waste that card period, if you will. Like if there's a card drawn every 30 seconds, they'll waste that draw because it's not a card. Frost Embers, hot or cold? Yes. Have you decided how you want cards to look? Yes, that's our next topic. And well, no, I haven't decided, but that is the next topic we'll talk about in a second. What's up, Bear Mitch? How you doing? Why would a player have their card in their deck that destroys other cards, or is it like a secondary effect? Because the card they're playing might be super powerful. It's all about trade-offs. Obviously, destroying another card is bad, but what's the benefit that you get? You know? If the benefit is huge, if the benefit is like, you know, I'm going to drop 20 Frost Embers in the dungeon, that's as much as a whole artifact right there, probably. So someone might be like, you know what, I'll roll the dice. My next card, I don't know what my next card is. It might be something I like, but if the benefit is worth it, people will at least consider it. But the benefit has to be obviously very, very good. For the card appearance, just do some nice, quick, easy map art. I'm sure Beef. No, I feel this is actually one of the things is I feel bad because we're gonna have like custom art for the cards, and Beef spent all like an entire season making his own cards, and I'm like, you know, you could have just done the thing with the art, right? I'm like, I feel bad. Like it's almost like I gotta talk to Beef about it. I feel like it almost feels like I totally respect the time he put into it and the fact that he did it all legit. I don't have that time to do that and make decked out. That's cheating. Yeah, I know. Impulses. That's cheating clip. Right. Oh, XP. It hurts. It hurts. You better buckle up, XP, because it's only going to get worse, my friend. If you're already thinking I'm not playing vanilla, then yeah, sorry. Sorry about what's to come. I've kind of accepted that there's going to be certain people that are just going to be probably be mildly annoyed at some of the decisions, audio and art that we're going to include for decked out, and I think I'm going to have to just deal with that because I think I've decided what I want, and that's what's important. Woo! Nice boots. Has anyone recommended a max difficulty curse card that maxes out Hazard and Clank at the start of the run, but a huge reward if you make it out? Let's put it this way. If you start the game with max Clank and can go down and get an artifact and get out, then I've done something very, very, very wrong. And I'm very sad with myself. There is no way my current intention are that if you start the game, like max Clank should be, you're gonna die in the next minute or two. That's what max Clank should represent. Max Clank should not be like, oh, I guess I'll just go over here and avoid all the things. Tee hee hee. It should be like, you're terrified. I want Clank to really matter. Max Clank is my wrestler name. That's fantastic. I love how everyone is like, everything is like, it's decked out 2 is all about etho. It's like the ultimate standard that everyone holds him to. Oh, hi, we're down here now. Which is cool. The guy, he definitely deserves it. I just hope he's around to play. I haven't seen enough Etho this season. There's a lot of skeletons there. Everybody loves Etho. How could you not? There's absolutely no way you could not like Etho. Every YouTuber's got their thing, and you know, some people love it or hate it, myself included, and I could see why some people love or hate every YouTuber, but Etho? No, there's no way. He is... What's the opposite? It's not unlikable, it's mandatory likable? I don't know. Oh, snappers! I know. Too wholesome. They're going to be unique single-use cards that when activated are removed from the deck entirely. Yeah, that's the definition of ethereal cards. An ethereal card by definition is you can put it in your deck just like a normal card, but once it's played, it's destroyed. Will there be, you know, and that's definitely where I have room to make some special flavor and stuff there that you could make an interesting run or something. You save those for special occasions or something. With all the clay, have you considered adding silk touch? Is it not worth it? I've never built with clay in my life, and I have 17 buckets of it. We just donated a whole shulker full of it to B-Dub, so. Yes, okay, so I should clarify. Destroyed and discarded are two words that the players will have to learn. Discarded means it's played and it's been done, but it's still, the card won't be destroyed. It won't be removed forever. Destroyed means gone forever. Discarded means gone for that game, but it will be in your shulker when you return, when you're done with the game. I should have clarified that sooner. Oh, hey, mob farm. Will there be events within Decked Out? I have some ideas. It's not going to be in a massive system, but yeah, there will be some things. What if Minecraft had shootable torches? I know, that'd be great noises. Hi, by the way. Could the shuffler be used in beef games, or would that not work? I mean, it's a very generic item shuffler, so yeah, you could use it whatever. I assume beef has that, but I'd be happy to show him how it works. I feel bad because beef asked me to help him out with his game, something about the way he built decks and stuff, and I said yes, and then life happened and the time passed and stuff, and I didn't get to do it, and feel bad. Okay. We're doing good. My hotbar never fails to give you an aneurysm. What part of it? 1 is pickaxe, 2 and 3 are tools, 4 is torches, 5 is supposed to be bow, 6 and 7 are garbage, and then rockets and food. That's how I roll. Perhaps a card that prevents the next card from destructing. The next card that would be destroyed regardless of when it happens will no longer be destroyed. I think that's too powerful. Because cards that destroy other cards are going to be extremely powerful. And to just negate that, I mean, that card in itself would have to be very, very costly or something. But it's an interesting idea. I could do it technically. Figures. What about just for the next card? Well, then that'd be weird. Like, not many cards are going to destroy themselves or other cards. It's going to be very rare. So to just say it only works for the next card would seem like it would never be valuable. Card that activates an ender porter. I don't want to get into ender porters. The reload on those is always a pain. Ooh, hi. Ow. Ow, I said. So yeah, card shuffler, that. What else? I'm very, very excited about how I've laid it out for the cards for like custom. I can have custom redstone for each card, but in a very modular way that fits into the card dealing system very well. I mean, that sounds really weird until you'll see it, but I'm super pleased with the system I came up with. It's cool. Oh, this card is destroyed in place of the next card that would be destroyed. Gotcha. I can't do that. Technically can't do that. That would be very difficult for me to do with the way things work. Any reason you're not wearing armor? I don't know. I'm kind of against armor at this point now just because I got a cool skin. I would very much support the little mod that where we could wear armor but not have a display. Cool. More creepers. Are the creepers just like defused or something? What's even happening? Why are they so weak? Empire says that. Yeah, I know. I heard. Let us light things up a bit. That should do it. Oh, we got a little bit of darkness right there. There we go. Okay. Flame arrows should be a light source until they despawn. That would be amazing. Yeah. So I think to add on the card of say, I think I'm a card that prevents destruction removal for that round might work. Maybe, yeah. What's up, Ice? How you doing? Why not use Silk Touch? We've covered that. I don't need clay. I don't care about clay. Yeah, there's gonna be. So I have Fate of Cain. Yeah, one of the cards I'm gonna have is kind of touching on what you're saying about gaining access to areas. Instead of it being doorways and stuff, there's going to be a lot of areas in the dungeon, I'm hoping, that require a 2-block jump. And that's going to be my very simple kind of door system, if you will. So there'll be cards that activate jump beacon. And when they do, during that period, you can go access any of those many places where there are jump boosts. Ah, Kirsty, that's horrible. I will get in contact. Any safe room between floors, like 3 and 4, can give you a short regen buff. I am thinking about adding like a healing room or something where you can go gain access to it, possibly through a jump boost, and oh, I heard someone else. Who else? And there would be a very small radius regen beacon that you can go up to for a little bit, but I don't want it to be too powerful though. We'll see. Picking up totems? Nah, I don't want totems. Zuma needs my brain. Zuma doesn't need my brain. Zuma's got a better brain. Did he say something? No, he's fine. Yeah, totems are way too OP. Will there be food in the game at all? I haven't decided. That's going to be a playtesting thing. There'll be food only if it's like necessary. If everyone who's playing the game is running out of food and therefore starving to death, then I'll add food. But if I can get by without it, I would like to. So that's the card shuffler and stuff. It'll all make sense next episode. That's one of the big things we're accomplishing. Next episode is lots and lots of redstone, which I'm excited to get done because the game's going to start. Well, the game won't be playable for a while longer still, but it's the first step. It's the first step. Beast bites. Yeah, I know, right? Beast bites were good. Yeah, that's fine. Permanent cards. Let's talk about permanent cards for a little bit. So if you guys know, I just talked about it a little bit before. Permanent cards are cards that are not put into the shuffle. They're not played during the match. They're just simply processed immediately and they stay in effect throughout the course of the game. I haven't decided what percentage of the cards will be permanent cards and what percentage will be regular cards. Mostly regular cards, I would think, but there might be quite a few permanents. Remember, you can only have a permanent. Each permanent card can only exist in your deck once. If you put it in more than one time, it just simply won't be processed or it'll do nothing. Still debating what I want those permanent cards to do though. And one of the things I'm considering is actually a suggestion in the Discord chat was basing the difficulty of the game off of like there could be permanent cards that just simply say +1 difficulty or whatever. I might come up with a, deep dive or some other term or something, but the idea what difficulty would mean is you are more likely to get an artifact that is in a much lower level of the dungeon, but it is also therefore much more valuable and you will get many more frost embers by retrieving said artifact. So the players can control the difficulty of the run they want to run on by simply how many of those permanents they put in their deck that raise the difficulty. And I'm starting to like it more. Yeah, so more difficulty equals, obviously harder, but you'll get more frost embers, and the amount of frost embers you get each run is very important. You can't brute force it just by running more runs, because if you want like the very best cards, you're going to have to do a difficult run and get a ton of frost embers, because remember, frost embers don't persist through multiple runs. But we could do things where it's like spelunking is an interesting term. Yeah, you could do interesting things now where this card gives you +5 difficulty. I don't know what the scale is or what the numbers mean, but there could be other attributes too that make you go, do I want to add that much difficulty? What's the side effect of that permanent card? I think that would be cool. This is the pig's gonna ding in a second. So this was actually just something I started evaluating today. Previously, I was going to just roughly gauge the difficulty of the match based off of how many cards are in your deck. And I think it's more fun to put that in control of the players and give them what's the word I'm looking for? Control. Give them, there's a better word there I'm looking for, but I can't think of it right now. But give them the control over how difficult it's going to be based on the card choices they want. Agency, that's the word I want. Yeah, thank you. Winner! We have a winner. Got him. Yep. All right, let's go get another one of the tokens. Oh my gosh. Why am I not hearing notifications? Or did it go off at just the same time? Quirky turtle. Forgot about my coffee. Quirky turtle, that is unbelievable. Your content brings so much entertainment and joy. In other words, you're awesome. I mean, let's not get carried away, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Quirky turtle, seriously, thank you. That is incredibly generous. Spelunking Master Ethereal. Your hazard is set to X and your artifact will spawn on the lowest level of the dungeon. I don't want any absolutes like that. I think if you want to guarantee you got to get down to the bottom level, you have to add a certain amount of totem. Yeah. Where do I put those? I think they're somewhere. I put them in a special chest that I'll never forget. Yeah, there. There was one in the miscellaneous chest, though. Powers of observation, unparalleled. Have you considered making a standalone game so your eiders are not limited by Minecraft? I'm not sure what eiders are. I think you made a typo, and I can't infer what that means. But it's a Minecraft. I mean, the whole thing is ideas. Oh, ideas maybe. I mean, it's a Minecraft game. That's what makes Decked Out interesting. I don't know that it translates. The only reason it's good is because there's a small sample set of players that you play with consistently. Over many days. Like, it wouldn't make sense to play this in a real-time situation where a whole game of Decked Out takes place in an afternoon, because you'd have to sit there and wait for other people to play or something. It's meant to be a 2-month-long game. So I don't know that it translates to something outside this. I don't know, maybe. It's more like a D&D campaign for your friends. Yeah, a competitive D&D campaign for your friends would be a decent analogy, yeah. You're gonna stream PlateUp again? Absolutely, yeah. And I'm glad you're asking. That means people are interested. Yeah. Brody and I will be streaming that again probably soon. Don't know when. I gotta talk to him. I tried to get him to play last night, but he needed the day off, and that's cool. So we'll pick another day. What's up, Cold Steel? How you doing? Was there anything else on the permanent cards that I wanted to talk about? It does mean if I have the permanent cards, one of the realizations is if you get your sorry, getting ahead of myself. If permanent cards determine the difficulty of the dungeon, the compass you get is obviously driven by the difficulty. So that means you'd have to process your permanent cards and then get your compass, which means I think you'll be getting your compass over here through this door of transparency. Like, you might be getting your actual compass right here, so that by the time you get down here, it's ready to go. And like the second your compass is given to you, that's go time. That means the game is now active, I think. The door is still so cool. Yeah, it didn't change. As opposed to up in the main room where you put your shulker in. I was originally thinking it would just give you a compass there, but we'll have to change that now, I think, but that's fine. Yeah, Doc, I don't know. That's a good point. How will multiple compass runs work? I don't know. And that's something I still kind of want, but there might be another way to get what I'm looking for. Like, for instance, last time we did last Decked Out, Doc, if you remember, you didn't get multiple compasses. You just simply got a compass that pointed to another compass and you had to chain them together. So I might be able to do that or something. We'll see. Or maybe there's a place in the dungeon where you can hand in an artifact to get another key and keep going or something. That might be interesting. Yeah, Gorilla, the door got added to the resource pack, yeah. Are you going to have different compass designs for each level? Not designs, but the name of the compass will tell you what floor the artifact is on. Some form of Clank or hazard to Clank conversion would be interesting too. Like when you gain Clank 20 chance to gain 100 instead. Maybe interesting, yeah. But I think that can be done. So the two main mechanics I have is blocking. I'm not actually, the cards don't actually modify Clank and hazard. They simply block it, or I guess they can add it, but you can't take away Clank. You can add it or you can block it. And what blocking means is the next few times that Clank would be added, it doesn't instead. So you'll hear like a little custom sound or something of your Clank being blocked. Mostly that's for redstone reasons. The net result is kind of the same, I think. But it also keeps the game more stressful. If you get up to a high Clank, you can't lower it back down to 0. You can simply, good cards will simply keep you there at that point, which I think is better. So instead of saying like convert hazard into Clank, I could simply say have a card that says block 3 Clank, but add hazard right away or something. It's kind of the same net result, I think. Permanent % chance to block Clank sounds fantastic. Yeah. I would probably, it's a good idea. I would probably do that not as like a permanent % chance, but like every time this other thing happens, you gain 1 blocked Clank. That way there's synergy with, I'm trying to really make synergy between the cards. So it's like you're encouraged to find cards that go do that other thing now so that you can maximize the benefit of this card. That's kind of like, you know, that's what deck building is all about, is being clever with how you pick your cards. Trying to find synergy and combos that work really well together. Faster card draws a permanent. Yeah, there's already a card called Haste. And I've already built the redstone for that. It was a little bit tricky, but yeah. It's, although the haste isn't like, it's not a %. It basically just will say like permanent card called Haste, and it says like reduces the card draw period by 6 seconds or something like that. And there may be multiple different types of haste, some more powerful than others, but again, you remember you can only have 1 of each card, so you won't be able to bring it down to, you know, 0 seconds. Ow! That could have been a creeper. Could you do anything with your 3D printer to mock up for decked out? I mean, that's a lot of work. Dash Max next episode. Have you started sorting out keywords for those card set synergies? Your use of the word set there concerns me. There's no sets per se, and I don't think there's a keyword for the synergies. It's just like you want cards that react on each other's properties. I've thought about an input and output randomness with cards. Seems like there's a lot of output and not a lot of input. You choose your deck, then the game tells you what happened, which could limit strategy. I like where you're going there, Life of Chrome. Trying to figure out your input is your deck of cards. That's the ultimate input. You're saying you want more input than that? Which I'm not opposed to. Maybe I worded that harshly, but being able to control what's in your deck is pretty powerful. Late up? Not today, Hawkster. By keyword sets, I mean cards with similar effects or keywords. There may be, so for instance, one of the, and this might be what you're talking about, one of the keywords, and I might not be using it in the sense of what you're using it, but one of the keywords I'm considering is something called focus, where some cards can give plus focus, which is just a counter, essentially. You know, like, you know, there could be a card that gives +1 focus at the cost of some Clank or something like that. But then you might have another card that when it's played that does something cool for each counter of focus that you generated so far, and then clears out that counter. So you get these cards that work together, like the build it up, cash it in kind of cards. I'm pretty excited to do that. So I think there's going to be a keyword called focus or something like that. But the good thing is the way I've designed the card system, I can do all of that fairly easily and just have a focus system be all isolated to 2 cards whose processors are adjacent to each other. What's up, Gavino? How you doing? Card art. Let's talk about that. The what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of vocab words today. Disputed? It's a C word. What's the word I'm looking for? Not disputed, like controversial. Yeah, sorry, thank you. The card art is the controversial art, or is the controversial word. My brain's not working at all again. Card art is controversial. We'll just leave it at that. There's basically two camps. There's the keep it vanilla, and then there's the custom art camp. I'm very much leaning toward the custom art camp. There'll probably be pictures in next video about some of the choices and probably what I'm going with. I'm still evaluating. Person who is doing the art, are you okay with knowing that you're doing it? If so, send me a Discord message. Or say so here. Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Moselbop is doing the art for the cards, I believe. We've got many different prototypes put together already, which I'm excited about, of different styles and different takes, and we'll be evaluating which one to go with. And the work I've seen so far has been super exciting. Because I am not an artist, obviously. What else can I talk about? Well, we'll save card art. I guess I put it on the list of something to talk about, but I just want to give an update where we're at, and that hopefully there will be a reveal of the style soon. But I think it's best to just leave that for the video as a showcase kind of thing. I think it'll be fun. But it's pretty awesome. Super excited. Not just in the looks, but in the how it plays and how it feels. If that probably doesn't make sense either. Anyways, I'll stop talking about cards now. Does Tango have a Discord? I do. It's for subs and Patreon supporters. Just to keep the numbers at a manageable level. There's already many people in there. Many amazing people in there. One of the channels in there is a decked out channel. And we've been discussing many things. And that's where a lot of ideas go. You know, we share ideas there. That's great. Will there be a mechanic like for every type X card played, gain 1 Y? Yeah, one of the things it'll be is like for every 3 cards in your discard pile, gain something like that, which is interesting. So yeah, there'll be little counters like that too. I don't know what the counters will be, but I like that concept very much. Synergizes well with other cards for that reason. What's up, Glorious? Correct, Colonel Panic, yeah. Very Magic the Gathering, yeah. That's a good thing, I think. Ever thought about a decked out server? No, because what would I do, right? I mean, you can't play decked out with thousands of people. Decked out is kind of meant, it works well with dozens of players, not hundreds. If you wanted to get into hundreds, you'd have to like have instances built up and stuff, and players would have to join, and then it would cap at like 25 players and the session would end. I mean, it's all doable, I suppose. We'll see, you know, who knows? If the game works, great. But there's no reason to do it. If I was gonna make a public server, there would be no reason to do it with vanilla Redstone. It would be done with functions and command blocks and stuff. Nerd, I know, Lala, I know. I'm not switching roles, Lala. You already got me. I wish there was some version of. There will be a version. I mean, you guys will be able to play decked out when the world download comes out. You'll be able to play it. I know it's a long way away, but it's something. Did every Hermit play last time, or was there some that didn't? There's obviously new Hermits who weren't around in Season 7 that I'm very excited for them to play. Zing, I haven't asked about it yet. How playable is decked out one in the world download? I left the world in a state. I mean, I dedicated a whole stream, I think, to making sure the game was in a very ready to play mode. And I heard positive feedback of people who played it, I thought, so. Let's see what else. We still have a huge list, so I want to talk about other things. Yeah, the crypt basement. I talked about. I already kind of talked about it though, but I think one of the builds I'll be doing next episode is the basement to the crypt, so that we can finally finish off level 1 of Decked Out. We kind of let that one linger for a while, so I'm hoping that'll be done. It's going to be interesting. It's a much bigger room down there. I wanted to have like an open area where you might get chased by a ravager and stuff. So there's kind of just one big room down there, which looks really cool. I'm excited for it. But it'll bring closure to the whole level design, I think. Chances to trade 2 cards for 1 random? Maybe. I'm not sure. Whether, I don't know if it'll be trade in 2 cards for 1 random or trade in a card for a measly amount of coins or something, maybe, but I don't want to really reward people for getting rid of junk. I want you to have to earn everything that you get. Ever played Cuphead? Yeah, I did. I've talked about that a lot. My son is ridiculously good at it. I'm not. He spends the entire time resurrecting me. I don't have the thing. Oh, there we go. Have you thought about how to solve the problem of Decked Out 1 of the Ravagers all going to the forest area? Yeah, Elk Hunter, I don't know. It's definitely an interesting issue. I'm going to... My strategy right now is to ignore that, but be aware that it can and likely will happen, and then deal with it when it does. I don't know that I could proactively design the dungeon in a way to prevent it, if I'm honest. So I'm just going to kind of wait and see, and hopefully there's a solution. I might end up having to do the same thing. We'll see. The ignore it strategy, yeah. It solves all the problems. What's up, Asura? How you doing? Would you ever decorate the outside with massive ice spikes with armor stands? No, I wouldn't want to put too many armor stands out there. Armor stands get real laggy real quick. Why did the Ravagers get stuck in Decked Out 1 in the first place? It's their AI. They have tendency to go in a certain direction, southeast or something, we'll say. So over time, you know, if you have a 5% likelihood every time you move to go a little bit more southeast than you do northwest, you'll eventually end up in the southwest. And that's kind of what happened. I don't remember what direction it was, and I'm making those actual coordinates up, but that's the general concept. The AI's randomization of where it patrols is not perfectly balanced, I believe. How are you good at reading chat with 3K viewers? I don't know. I'm only digging a hole, so that's, you know, the main goal of today is to focus on chat. And it's not moving that fast. I can at least somewhat keep up. Could you have a card trade within the game? Absolutely, yeah. Players are definitely encouraged to trade cards with other players, if that's what you meant. Tell Mumbo we miss him. I miss him too, but I don't have any way to contact him. He's on his bike in the middle of Europe somewhere. Feel a creeper coming on. Yeah. Spend coin to distract the current runner. I mean, that's getting into sabotages and stuff, which we've talked about a lot. In fact, we'll talk about that today a little bit if I carry on with my list. So yeah, crypt basement, I'm hoping will be the build of this episode. We'll see if we get to it or not. Colored wool is on my list. I'm going to have one of the redstone goals, unlike Decked Out 1, is to put all major systems outside the dungeon, the main dungeon. In other words, this is pretty much the line right here. Anything on this side I consider inside the dungeon, so systems will be outside here. And what that means is what I'm gonna have. Oh, I almost fell off the edge. I'm gonna have like a main bus line here. Let's go get some wool and I'll show you. I wanted to go check on my wool quantities as well, because I am gonna color code some of the redstone, but not all of it. Basically this main bus line I'm talking about. Okay, we're starting to get a healthy amount here. Why was that in there? Must have moved that one manually. All right, we got enough redstone where we can, or enough wool where we can color code some of the bus lines for sure. But I probably should AFK down here a little bit more. Having only one sheep for each color is very slow. You're gonna stick with wool. You're gonna use terracotta. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I should use terracotta because it's a lot easier to break. But if I'm just using it for the main bus line, the chances of me having to break it are slim. And if I do, I'll just go get shears. I'm not going to be bringing it into the main redstone-y area, like underneath and stuff. Because that redstone is a lot more volatile. Oh! Dodge that at the last second. The pearl shears will help, yeah. What's up, Zeke? How you doing? Gapster, thank you. So the idea is, and this would all be different colored wool here. Let's see here. Do I have scaffolding? No. And I know, like, the ultra redstone nerds of you here, we're going to be talking about, like, use redstone in coding and stuff instead. And I am, but not for everything. And my understanding is you can't use it for everything. You can only use it for things that have quantifiers, not for a ton of... I don't know. I just don't think it's that practical to have to decode and encode everything. That's a nice hole you have. I know. Thank you. So the idea is there'll be like lines like this, right? I might make that gone. I'll be running a lot of redstone, something like this, right? And these will all be like colored lines, and each line will represent a different thing. Like, is the game on? Have they received their artifact yet? Was Clank just generated? Was Hazard just generated? You know, whatever events I need to know. I know, high-tech demo is right. But the idea is, like, if this is the red line, like the Clank up line or something, right? And I need everything will go to and from the main bus, and I'm calling this the bus line, just as like the artery of all the redstone signals. Rather than it's an attempt to hopefully reduce redstone spaghetti. So if I want to, like, say this is the red line and I need to get it over here, I would just do something like this, modify that line, loop this one under, and then pull off. You know, same thing if I needed to signal or something like that. But keep everything in a nice clean line around the perimeter of the dungeon, I think. And then so all that's left is lines coming in and lines going out, and that's it. Straight lines. I think that'll make things a lot easier, but we'll see. Have I eaten pancakes? What? So like the Matrix? Sure, yeah. Oh, there'll be lots of iron blocks, Cold Steel. Don't worry, yeah. Any tips on how to not despair over huge projects? You have to be doing something that you're excited to do. I am incredibly excited to do Decked Out, so it doesn't burn me out because I'm super excited to see the outcome. The goal is what inspires me to continue, if that makes sense. Maybe that's a cop-out answer. I don't know. Will you do much of the redstone on stream? No, I won't do any of the redstone on stream. I will show some of the redstone on stream when it's done, but I can't design redstone on stream. Two reasons. One, there's no reason I would completely be ignoring chat. That's the minor reason. The major reason is the backseat gaming would drive me literally insane, and I can't deal with that, if I'm honest. It's infuriating. Stabby this week? Probably not. Haven't heard anything, but we'll see. Maybe. So yeah, that's colored wool. I am a little excited to have things a little bit color coded, so that I'll just, you know, be able to know that, oh, the red line is the Clank line, the yellow line is, you know, whatever, the Hazard line. I have a list of like 10 different things that are going to go on that artery line, and I know it's going to grow even more. Mixed up content. No, that's not good for anything. I was just excited for Phasma update end of the month. Absolutely, EGV. I can't wait. I know I'm excited. There won't be a jet stream this week, or at least I won't be there because of what I mentioned before, my scheduling this weekend. I need a day to prep and stuff like that for this weekend. Loadouts are exciting. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty excited about that. Oh, the next one is the one that everyone will want to talk about. Factions. They are still on the table. I'll take it from the top. And when I say on the table, I'm not guaranteeing that they will be in. There's still an idea. We're getting a little bit more idea around it, but it's still very much just ideas. The idea of factions, and we'll be talking about some of the possibilities of how to implement it and stuff, hopefully here today. But the general idea of factions are, we'll just say Team Red and Team Blue. And everyone who plays Decked Out has the option to affiliate themselves with one of the factions. I am on Team Red, you're on Team Blue, whatever, right? It'll be voluntary or optional which team you pick, I think. I don't want to manually, I don't want team association to be mandatory. I want players to be able to pick their association. Cows versus villagers. Yeah, who knows what it'll be. A and B. It doesn't really matter. Red and blue is good for redstone-y reasons and for aesthetics and stuff, but I agree that villagers versus cows is more fun. But the idea with factions is you join a faction, you do something to help your faction, and or you do something to hurt the other faction. And the net result is obviously you're either hurting the other faction to slow their progress down, or doing something to benefit your faction, and everyone on your faction would share in your rewards. There's a lot of potential ways to implement this. Like one of them, as I was thinking, was like control points. Imagine 5, 6, 8 control points throughout the dungeons. Just rooms, we'll say. A room that you enter, and when you enter in the room, all you gotta do is walk in. Because of a skulk sensor, the room changes to your faction, right? So imagine Team Red and Team Blue, right? There could be like pistons that push. Like I walk in there, I'm on Team Red, it's currently on Team Blue. I walk in there and the stripes on all the walls go chunk, and they switch over to the red team. So now I have claimed that control point. That's cool because now it encourages you to go to different areas of the dungeon that you wouldn't normally go to in an effort to hopefully help your team. I think that would be cool. Capture the flag. Well, I mean, it's hard to capture the flag with no one chasing you. This is more of just you would be rewarded in some way, and I don't know what those rewards would be yet. You would be rewarded in some way by exploring the dungeon and keeping the control points under your team's banner, we'll say. That's a straightforward way to do factions. How would you control the number of players on each faction? So that's a great thing, right? We wouldn't want all the players to get on the same faction, and therefore it defeats itself. So one of the key things, and I haven't solved this yet, I have ideas on how to solve it, but nothing that's working yet. You don't want everyone on the same faction, so you want to encourage players to switch factions, right? If me, Etho, Corrales, and Impulse and Cub are all on Team Red, and we're just crushing it, right? It might be best for someone smart, like, you know, Corrales is like, if I switch over to Team Blue here, and maybe I could get a piece of the pie or something, because if you're sharing the rewards with everyone on your team, you may be winning, but you're getting a very small slice of the pie. Whereas if you go over to this team where there's less people, you get a much bigger pie, a bigger slice of the pie. There's definitely flaws in that, and like, well, what if you don't win? It doesn't matter anyways and stuff. I get that. So I haven't figured out all the details, but know that, yeah, I definitely want to have encouragement to potentially switch teams. But keeping the teams balanced, keeping the factions balanced is a huge issue. And if I can't solve it, we won't do it because it'll be pointless. I like pie, yeah. Maybe catching up to the leading group could yield more than being in the leading group. There could be catch-up things, yeah. Looking at you right now, Classic, about you talking about Horde versus Alliance. Yeah, like, I mean, I could assign the players randomly, but that luck of the draw there could just get weird, right? I want the players to feel strategic. Like, the idea is that you would have a token or something that represented your faction, and it would be in your shulker box. And it would be processed just like a permanent card, right? It goes through the permanent processing thing, says, oh, this is Team Red. And it would configure the entire dungeon knowing that you're on Team Red, such that if you went into a room and it was blue, it would know to switch it and things like that. But then if you were on Team Red and you wanted to switch, you would take your red token and 10 coins, put it in a machine, and it would give you a blue token, right? So there's a cost to switch, but it's guaranteeing that you would have to be on just one team. So there's ideas there that really intrigue me. The idea that I kind of put together this morning, actually, when I was thinking about it, was could just be a permanent card. Yeah, it could be. I wanted it to be a little bit. It functions just like a permanent card. It will technically be a permanent card, but I thought having it be something that looks different would be better. But maybe Mosul. The idea of curses, right, now become interesting when you start thinking about factions. So imagine there's something I can do in the dungeon that curses the other team, right? I'm on the red team and I do something, pay something, or perform some action in the dungeon, and I've cursed the blue team. The next blue player that comes into the dungeon to play gets these curse cards shuffled into their deck, right? They didn't have them in their deck. They were added to their deck. And now as they're playing, curse card could maybe do nothing except say you were cursed. In other words, you missed that opportunity to play a card, or it could have actual negative effects. I don't know. But the idea is now you might be feeling the curse is hitting you and you're thinking, and now it really spars that or ignites that faction versus faction rivalry, but it also introduces new content, which is like anti-curse cards, right? Now I can put something in my deck that protects me from curses, that if a curse happens, I can get it out of the deck or something right away. Like, I feel like there's a lot of interesting new content there, new types of cards and stuff that would be interesting. Monetary. It's absolutely inspired by Dominion. All of that was 100% inspired / copied from how Dominion does their curse cards. And then they have, but they also have they have curses, and then they have, I forget, it's been so long since I played, like militia and stuff, and you can attack people, but then you can protect against it too. I don't think that's cursing though, but I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played. I want to catch up on chat here. Hang on. If you want the players to switch teams after so many runs by the first place team, there could be a curse on that team. Oh, just make that team more... that team just starts getting cursed automatically? Well, maybe, but I would imagine if that team is ahead, they're probably doing their share of cursing the other team themselves. But maybe? I definitely need an incentive to auto-balance this, so that the players auto-balance the teams. That's the biggest problem. What about actual curses like Curse of Binding? That doesn't make sense now. I mean, you can't take that outside the game with you and stuff like that. It'd be weird. I think you want to make it self-balancing. Yeah, that's the goal, but I don't know how to do that yet, but we'll get there. Wouldn't be cool though if someone loses because their team dragged them down. Well, that's part of the incentive to switch teams. If you're not happy with your team, then that might make you join the bigger team or something. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why this wouldn't work. I get it. So I'm not saying it's in the game yet. It's very much just still an idea that I think would be great if I can solve all the issues associated to it. The curse is you have a card that boots you from your team. Interesting. I think there's a lot of ways to solve it. I just don't know what they are yet, but yeah. How do you mechanically tell what team a dungeon runner is on? I just said that. There would be a token in your box. But you know, cursing is just one aspect of the factions. There could be other things too, like the black market is only open to the faction that's currently ahead, or you know, whichever team controls more of the control points determines when the black market opens for you, right? There's many ways to reward the player. The team with the more control points maybe gets an extra slot in the Ember, Frost Ember market at the end, so maybe they have more options to buy cards. Like there's all kinds of cool things you could do. It's all about the team balance issue is the big juggernaut that needs to be fixed, though. If the losing team has rewards for them too, then people will switch. It depends what the relative rewards are, yeah. I wish I could read all this chat. Is there... I need to watch the VODs back. Because there's so many times there's like a good burst of chat will go by, like right now, and I can't possibly read it all. And I just need to like remember to go back and chat at this point, or the VOD at this point, and catch up on it. The winning team gets black market but loses, team gets money here. Maybe, yes, I don't know. An hour and 20 minutes in? Yeah. Curse one member of the party, can't do anything. You can add stream markers. Yeah, I thought there was something like that, Films. I've never used them. If the losing team was receiving an extra card slot to balance it, it could help encourage people. Yes, yeah, Cylon, it's all about just what does the winning team get? What does the losing team get? And it's got to make you feel like the grass is greener on the other side, to use the cliche, right? You always have to be like, even if I'm on the winning team, something in the back of my head has got to be making me go, you know, if I was on that team, I bet you I could, whatever. Master Belloc, yeah, it might be what it takes to capture a control point. I don't know yet. I gave the simple example of just going in the room, but you're right. It might be interesting to make yourself vulnerable for a little bit. It would be more fun if there was a little bit more threat other than just going there. But keep in mind, just going somewhere in the dungeon in itself is a threat because it's longer. You're in there. It's more clank, more hazard you're generating, all that stuff. Can you hack the control point from outside? That's not the intent. Losing team gets more keys. Simple. I don't know if that's simple because then everyone would want to be on the losing team. Keys are the most powerful resource there is. More keys is more valuable than a more powerful deck for the most part. Well, that's not true. A more powerful deck is better. Because more keys don't allow you to buy better cards. They just allow you to buy more cards. Curse cards should definitely play creepy music. Oh yeah, there would definitely be audio cues associated with curse cards. I think that would be a lot of fun. Like, you need to know that you were just cursed, so that you can start to then take actions to fix that and or protect against it. More games versus better games. Yeah, Nexus. That's the difference between more keys versus a better deck of cards. Limit the number of players per team. If 12 hermits are playing, to make it so only 7 can join a team. But then, I mean, if you have the better players on one team, they're just going to constantly keep winning. Can you set affiliation to detect the different teams? If so, the higher the team's points, the higher the starting clank. So if you're on a losing team, you have a safer run. Yeah, I mean, a lot of you guys are just suggesting pros and cons or benefits or detractions from being on the winning or losing team, and that's just all balance and stuff. But it's not hard to give you incentive to go to the losing team, but what's hard is making it so that it's some people want to stay on the winning team and some people want to go to the other team. Like, it has to be a choice that isn't just obvious which one is better. And you don't want people to start like throwing and stuff and losing on purpose because the losing reward is better than the winning reward. So anyways, yeah, factions. I had a whole write-up on factions. Let me see if Gold Mosley, got it, thank you. Let me close that. What else did I have on factions? All players, control points, token inside, incentive, rewards for the factions. Yeah, I think I talked about most of it. Yeah, it comes down to the factions will go in. Like, I love the idea of control points and stuff. I will put factions in if I can come up with a way to solve the team A is always winning problem. Lucky key versus a cursed key. I don't know what that would mean, Craig. Rewards for switching control points that will lead to balanced size of factions in order to maximize switches. Oh. So if I'm on team red, but everything is already set to red. Man, my throat. If everything's already set to red, I want to switch to blue so that I can flip more control points personally. Yeah, maybe. It's a little short-sighted and not a long-term decision. Can winning be luck-based somehow? Winning what? You really underestimate team attachments. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, no, I mean, like Scar, there's like someone like Scar, for instance. There's no way he would switch teams. He would just be like, he would pick a team and he would be all about just the emotional attachment to that team, which is awesome. That's great. But I don't need every player to want to switch teams. I just need some players to realize that there might be a benefit to switching teams. Enough where it'll balance out. How long do you plan for one run to take approximately? Prime, it definitely depends on how deep in the dungeon you're going. Anywhere from 3 minutes to 15 minutes off the top of my head. I don't know. Could you keep track of the number of faction tokens so you track the popularity of the factions? I'd have to give every faction token would have to be unique so that I can tell the difference between 3 different people playing versus one person playing 3 times, and that would start to get difficult. You switch factions for free, or is there a cost? I would probably put a cost on it. Like I said, Doc, you have to hand in your current token and something else, probably coins. It probably wouldn't be expensive because I would want to encourage switching, but I don't want there to be like immediate flip-flopping every, I don't want people to switch 3 times a day. The more players, the more difficult it gets for the team. Yeah, Glorious, that's exactly, but solving that, like what does more difficult? I mean, just the dungeon gets more difficult? That's good for some people. Some people want it to be difficult. But you're right, yeah. We could do something. It's going to be tough for me to know how many people are on a team, I think. I could probably solve that through Redstone if I need to. If you do factions, it'd be nice to let factions decorate their own HQ. Yeah, I know. Something like that would be really cool. Relax, enjoy life. Fantastic. Thoughts on an Ender Pearl stasis for TP out now card action? No, I don't like it, Films. Don't like it at all. Will players know who is their faction? Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I was debating, that was one of the things I wanted to mention, is should outside your private little cubby room or whatever it is outside in the main room out there, should your, do you put a red banner hanging from your doorway if you're on team red, or something like that to show your affiliation? I think that might be interesting. Because that's when you start getting the trash talking, right? You got to know who's on what team so that you can go over to them and give them a hard time, or you can bond with them to know that they're on your team, or 2 rooms and a boom? What is that? 3 teams. Oh, if we go with 3 factions, interesting. That's interesting. Red, yeah, red, blue, yellow. And then the control points have 3 states. Then you get people ganging up and stuff like that. That's interesting. You have a dropper system for each token in a room and then direct which one they're using to know how many are on each. Oh, to count the number of players on each team? Maybe. I'd have to... I don't know. I'm not sure I understand your idea 100%, but you might be onto something. So anyways, yeah, factions are something that every time I bring it up, there's a lot of positive feedback. Most people seem to think it's a lot of fun. Most people have a lot of ideas on what factions could mean, what the rewards are and stuff, and that's all very exciting. And it brings a lot more social engagement between the players, which is super ideal. But it's definitely a problem that needs to be solved, so we'll just leave it at that. I think it'll be cool. What else after factions? Curse cards we talked about, yeah. It goes hand in hand with the... I like the idea of curse cards. People I've been talking to have expressed a lot of interest in being able to affect other players in the game in a negative way. You know, we've called it curse, we've called it sabotage, we've called it blue shell. It's all the same kind of system, the same general goal of I'm behind, or I want to do something to slow this player down, or you know, whether it's something you do in your run to affect the next person, or something you do outside the run. Like people have been talking about sabotage and stuff, where there's something I can do outside the dungeon to affect people inside the dungeon. I'm not as much of a fan of that because it just prevents awkward lurking and like, oh, I'm not going to play decked out now because you're standing there, and then that's just a bad feeling, I feel like. But I am in favor of all the general goal here. Curse cards and stuff in general I think are cool. Maybe pull the other hermits and ask them what they think of factions. Dory, I think I've got maybe. I think most of the hermits would answer with like, I'm not sure, it depends, you know. So I think you gotta have a really solid understanding of the game, and at this point I don't think the yeah, Tango Scoff is back. I know, I've got like this rasp in my throat today. I think most of the hermits probably don't have a huge understanding of the game because they're not hanging out my streams or in my Discord chats and stuff like that. I have a good set of people that I can bounce ideas off of. I think that would be quite honestly better. How will it be determined which faction is winning? Just the score of the member score. It'd probably be based on the control system or the control points I was talking about. Man, my throat's driving me crazy. Monate, thank you. $20. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Factions sound cool and also incredibly complicated. Your brain is impressive, good sir. Well, I haven't pulled it off yet. We'll see. Yeah, my cough is here today for sure. Will there be a solo winner? Yeah, outside the faction system, there's still going to be a winner of decked out, of course. That's just normal. Yes, this. I feel like if the player has direct input on cursing, then there should be a chance the curse backfires on them. Interesting. I mean, do we want to discourage that? All that will do is discourage people from. There'll be a certain amount of people that go, if I do this, it could backfire on me, therefore I won't do it. And I think it's already going to be hard to convince people to curse other players because you're giving up your resources to curse someone else in a way that you can't even really see or measure. And by resources, I mean your time, your clank, your coins, whatever the cost is, there will be some cost to cursing other players. And if you keep adding more costs to that, players will just simply decide it's not worth it. That anvil wasn't there a minute ago? What anvil? Not being trolled? That anvil's been there. Drinking game anytime Ethos says sorry for cursing someone. We're actually doing a decent amount of digging here today. I appreciate you guys. By the quartz store? Now you got me curious. Hold on. This wasn't here? Someone trying to drop an anvil on my head? I'm here. Couldn't have been dropped from up there. I would have heard it, I think. Was that not there? Huh. Spooky. It's been there a while. Yeah, I think that's been there forever. I don't know. Everyone's saying it's new, but... So anyways, that's curses. I am excited. I'm excited about curses and factions. It's something I'm definitely going to be putting a lot of time into because I do want to solve that issue. I think it'll add another layer to Decked Out 2 that needs to be there. So we'll get it. We'll figure it out. Stat tracking. This is what I'm excited about. It's a minor thing. This is a nerd thing. But I'm basically... Great Stover, thank you! God, with the gift of subs, thank you so much. Stat tracking. I am gonna have stat tracking on everything in the game. Not per player, but system stats. Just because it's gonna be interesting. In fact, I had a list. Let's see. See if I can find the list. If not, I'll just make it up again. But hello? Hi? That's fine next. No? Okay, that's the word stat is not anywhere in my document. That's concerning. Go there. Stat. No, I guess I didn't put it there. Anyways, how many times the game has been played? How many times each card has been played? How many cards have been destroyed total? How many times any player has achieved maximum Clank? How many times every player has achieved max hazard? How many times each card has been bought versus how many times each card has been played? All kinds of things like this. Deaths are hard to track, but what I can do is subtract number of times played versus number of times an artifact was handed in, and that gives me deaths because you can either die or hand in your artifact. Those are pretty much the two options. What about a random capture point defaulting each game so it's something the teams have to actively keep control of and it doesn't just sit on the team? Yeah, Jade Wolf, I like that. I was also thinking about adding in, like, every time the game starts, all control points have a 10% chance of toggling or something like that. But I think your idea is even better, having a key point. Yeah. Bed detector stock? I suppose. Yeah, could that be? I guess I haven't seen one. Could it be triggered by someone else walking over it though, or something like that? I don't know how they work. I assume it's just an observer. So probably not. Yeah, you're probably right. So yeah, I'm excited about all the stat tracking and stuff, and then of course I will be sharing that with you guys, sharing it with the hermits and stuff, and I think that'll be very interesting to see. So, and most of the time it's very easy to keep track of these stats. And when I say keep stat tracking, you know, I'm not saying manually, I'm saying automatically through Redstone, which is cool. And it's really just hooking up a dropper to a barrel, filling the dropper with stone, and then just running a redstone signal by it every time this event happens, and it puts one item in the barrel, and you now have stat tracking, and that's super cool. And I think this will really help me start to balance the game. You know, after 2 weeks now, I can look at all the stats and go, wait a minute, people are only winning this game 20% of the time, you know? That's a problem. Now I need to, you know, how many times have they died? And now I can compare that to how many times have players reached max Clank, right? And if 80% of the times people are dying, it's because they hit max Clank. Now easily I can go back in and say, oh, okay, Clank is generating too fast. Let's slow that down because it's killing people way too much, you know, that kind of thing. So it's gonna, with all these numbers, I'm gonna really be able to balance the game, and the game's gonna get a lot better as it goes once I have a stat base, which I'm excited about. We have counters in the card system. Yeah, I've already got that. Each card, how many times it's played. Decked out 2.1 patch notes. Pretty much. Pretty much. Patch notes will be released to the Hermits, definitely. Anytime I make a big change, I will let them know. There'll be a decked out channel in our Discord and stuff, and I'll tell them all the major changes I made to the game. Scar will mess it up. They won't be able to modify the stats directly, of course. It's just going to be... I'll have access to it. I mean, if they want to run in and try and modify the stats by dying on purpose, that just seems weird, but I think it'll be fine. When's public beta? World download. I would recommend having a random decorative button that does nothing except track. Yeah, absolutely, Archmuffin. I have that. I literally have that in my document. There's going to be in fact, here, I'll show you. Let's see, where is it? I want to show you guys some secrets. I'll show you guys some secrets. Let's see. Over here. There's random buttons. This button right here. This is just gonna be. It's gonna do nothing. And now I'm all paranoid that I didn't get my lighting correct here. I'm paranoid I'm gonna get creepered. But yeah, this button right here does nothing except a counter. This is the green stat. Yeah, this is the green stat. And then there's this button here. Huh. Wonder what that button does. Ooh, right? Little things like that. Little secrets. All over the place. I want to do a lot of things like that. So like that button back there. I'll be honest, I haven't decided what that button's going to do yet. But it blows you up. How great would that be? You're like, oh, secret. That'd be amazing. Oh, that'd be so good. I like the way you think sometimes, Doc. But yeah, I mean, obviously there'll be a reward associated to that. I don't know if it's going to be massive or anything, but just a little something to encourage you. Because what I want is, I want your knowledge of the dungeon to be an asset to you. Every time you're in the dungeon, right? Maybe you're not going to go out of your way to go in that little room, but if you're in the area, in the back of your brain, you might be like, oh, wait a minute. If I go in there and I press that button, I get an extra frost ember. Let's head over there real quick, right? All those little things are going to make you deviate your path through the dungeon a little bit to pick up those little extra little rewards, little tidbits, whatever they may be, and then you know your exploration is now being rewarded, which is a great thing. It does generate more Clank in theory, right? Anytime you're moving through the dungeon. But I also think smart players are going to learn where the Clank generators are, right? If you really want to master this game, you learn where the Clank generators are, because they're going to be skulk sensors at key locations. And if you learn where they are, you could be like run, sneak, run, sneak. And I think I'm okay with that. That's again, taking your dungeon knowledge and maximizing it, which I think is great. Big's gonna break. I heard the ding. Time to spongificate? I don't know. It's easy enough to just... Besides, I don't have any sponges. I had to give them back to Gran. It was weird, like the day I gave him those sponges back in Discord, he was like, hey, I gave those sponges to someone, but I don't remember who. Could I have it back? And I was like, I just dropped them off your base like an hour ago. It's really weird. I was doing things. Iron Cupcake. Oh my gosh. Iron Cupcake, thank you. What if there's a curse called Paranoia or something that would activate music disc with hostile mob sounds? Freak the runner out. I like that. I like that. I don't know if because they're giving me their trust that there's no hostile mobs in here for the most part, except spiders. So that might not be believable, but I do like the idea of paranoia. I like the idea of different curses doing different things, right? Instead of just missing your slot in the deal order, whatever it is, you might also have some negative side effect that just kind of trolls them or something. I think that's fantastic. And Kaz, thank you. $50. Unbelievable. Cassandra, thank you so much. Pun time. I guess I have to read it. I got locked in a room with a deck of cards. I was in solitary confinement. Solitaire confinement. Solitaire confinement. That's great. Enjoying the decked out content. Kaz, thank you so much. I read it wrong. My brain immediately jumped to solitary, just because that's what it normally is. Yeah. Yeah, the paranoia idea is great. Different flavor of curse cards that do different things. Like, I don't know if I could do this, but imagine overriding temporarily some of the systems. Like, it doesn't actually do anything, but it just starts generating clank sounds all the time for like 30 seconds, just messing with your brain. Eleroni, I love the story system. Yeah, it's fantastic. Rendidi, you should track how many times a card is pulled from an already empty deck. Good. So in other words, track how many times their deck is completely played. I think you're saying, right? And that's a great one, right? Because now that says players don't have enough cards, or runs are taking longer than I expected. So maybe I need to slow down the rate at which cards are drawn, or find a way to give players more cards. But yeah, that's a great one to track. Yeah. Did you look at the fixed stories video? I haven't. No, I need to. I did not prelude. No. Wow. Everyone's. I know. I totally forgot. I need to remember. I got decked out on the brain, and that's it. But I need to, and I got to at least see what the flaw is first. Now there's interesting stat, or rather 30 stats would be Clank hazard level at the end of the run. I can't track quantities like that. I can only track events. So, I mean, I could track like I said, I could track how many times the game ended when they were at max Clank, and then I could track how many times was it at, you know, certain levels of Clank, but I wouldn't be able to track all the discrete levels without a lot of work. What's up, Happener? How you doing? Ding, 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 ding. So stat tracking. Next one is, and the last one is, and I don't want this to turn into a snowball discussion again, but the hazard system, again, the name is still up in the air. Please don't make suggestions. Please don't make suggestions. But right now, or I should say initially, I haven't even really thought it through, but initially the hazard system was just going to go up as an order of time. And I think that might be okay, but I'm thinking I want to give the player something to do in the dungeon to block / lower whatever hazard is called in the end. Like, one of the ideas I'm toying with is, you guys know, like, all those little like mini games I did for Among Us in season 7, for those of you that are here. You know, little things. Go over here, you press the cadoodler, you gotta do the thing. What if there were like those types of activities sprinkled throughout the dungeon, and doing them prevented, slowed, blocked hazard a little bit more? So I just want to give the players some agency. I can remember the word this time. Some agency, some control over how hazard is accumulated. Like right now, they can sneak to prevent Clank. It's not a lot, but it's something, right? And they have nothing to reduce or prevent hazard other than their cards. And I still want cards to be able to do it, of course. But it needs something else. So I think there's going to be another layer added to hazard, and again, or whatever the hazard system is ended up being called. And what I'm hoping is that I come up with something, and then that flavors it different, and then that allows me to also change the name based on what that new flavoring is. But I know. Just it's all very vague ideas here, but I just want to let you guys know that I don't think it's going to stay where it's at. It needs some tweaking. It needs to be a little bit better. Yeah, I have to monitor effort on my part for sure. Because every one of these things, you know, literally adds days, if not weeks, of time. Which gets to be a bit much. I need to actually be done with this at some point. Yeah, exactly, Mosul. Exactly. Switch. Siamesa, yeah, I'm totally butchering your name, but I agree 100%. I don't want Hazard or whatever it is to just feel exactly like Clank. You know, and there's already been people who suggested why not just make it one system. And my first answer to that is because of card content. I want to have more options with cards, but it needs to feel different. It needs to feel, there needs to be some event or something associated to Hazard other than just going up and you not knowing it and stuff. It's all very vague and you can't really see it or touch it or feel it right now except for doors closing and stuff, and it needs to be something better. We'll get there though. Torches. Oh hey, why isn't that on? Is this the biggest project you ever took on in Hermitcraft? Absolutely, yeah. By far. What do you plan to make Pearl and others build and decked out? I'm not gonna make them do anything. I'm gonna give them opportunities. And if they show interest in that particular opportunity, then it's theirs. There will be no I won't ever force them to do it. They've basically just expressed interest. But I am gonna be trying to get other hermits to sign on board as well too. You know, like I'll have a concept or an area of the dungeon that I want. Like Beat-Ups I talked about, I want to have the boat down there, and I just floated the idea by him, and you know, I might have had him under the spot on stream, but you know, he said he signed up for it, so I think, you know, off camera I will float particular ideas past hermits, and if they're interested in it, it's all theirs. What? Water kittens? Get out of here. Why can't I place a thing? Oh. Go. Welcome, Raiders. Who do raid? Joe Hills with the raid. Joe, how you doing? Welcome, Raiders. Thanks again for the Blackstone. You got it, Joe. There'll be more coming. There'll be more coming. I gotta get AFK in. Oh, did I not turn that on last time? How embarrassing for me. Yeah, Joe, I appreciate it. Thank you for the raid. Don't kill the water kitten. Save it. Nah. Silly water kittens. We've actually done quite a bit here. This is nice. This is quite nice. There was other things I was gonna do today, and we just didn't get to them. But we've been chatting. I hope you guys are at least interested in some of the topics we're discussing. You monster! I know, right? Just pull it out of the water and walk away with a cold shoulder. That's me. What would you want for 1.2? Inventory update. Done. Inventory update is the single biggest thing that just wastes my time right now. They did nothing else for 1.2 or 1.20, whatever it is, I would be okay with that. Sharks. Nah. I used to want sharks. I'm kind of past wanting... Well, the game still needs more mobs. But it needs less specialty mobs, I think. I've always talked about this. I want... Confirmed Tango hates water kittens. I want less specialty mobs and more core mobs. Like skeletons, zombies, spiders, creepers. Those are the core 4. They should add more core mobs, I think. Core 4 update? Yeah. But they won't do that anymore, I don't think. Endermen are kind of core, but they're so rare spawns that I don't think that they're, you know, they don't feel like one of them. They're kind of there, but not really. Problems adding the crafting changes from that? Oh, from their drops and stuff? Yeah. I don't think that takes too much work. vampires. Vampires would be great, yeah. What am I doing here? Well, let's go see if some of this is emptied out. What's up, Stu? How you doing? Inventory update or redstone update? Inventory update, definitely. A Yeti? Yeah, Pebbles, that'd be great. Mummies? Where'd you get that idea, Doc? The cheese update. They need to remove Herobrine. People haven't found it yet. The end is boring, yeah. The end is boring. I would not mind an end biome update. That would be good. Kind of like what they did with the Nether, but better. A void worm for the end? I don't know what that is, but that sounds terrifying. Brassy Chassis with the biddies. Thank you so much. More blocks. Oh, no more blocks. No, I don't want more blocks unless they add more inventory space. So this is good. I can start the redstone tonight now. I do have to go. Hey, you know what I want to do is I need to acquire mangrove tree log things. Is it better for, and I'm a complete noob and I have yet to even touch anything mangrove since the update. Is Corrales selling them? Or what? Corrales has a farm, but he's probably selling them, right? Is it in logs? Where's my clay chest? Been sending a lot of clay through the sorter. I'm a little bit concerned. Should we head over to the Diggy shop? See if he's selling some? Do I have any money? I think I have a little bit of money. 59 diamonds. Yeah, let's go for what did I, oh, is it up there still? Oh, he's duping. You're right. It's dirty logs. Oh, that's right. I saw it when I was over there in his video. Yeah. Right? Wasn't that the thing I saw? And then I was all disappointed in him. Is the sorter done running? No. I don't think. Nah, it's still going. It's almost done. Cub has some in his green shop. Okay. I'm rich with 59 diamonds? No, not at all. Let's see. Let's go find a little journey. See if we can acquire some. You think Minecraft should remove TNT duping? Yes. I always remember Joe's is the first one and then shopping is the second left. Oh, I know they're not going to remove TNT duping. Because quite honestly, they're just afraid of the backlash at this point. They had a bug, people took advantage of it, and now if they take it away, the community will lose their mind. Because that's how people are. Let's check the log shop first. I have no idea how to do anything here or where the shop actually is. Where do you actually go to buy things here? Is it inside? The hanging logs. Hanging logs. Are they inside? Not inside. To the right. Question is, what is right? Oh, is it this right here? I think it's this right here, right? Yeah. Are you Mangrove? You are. All right. 2 diamonds per stack. Let's see. This is like the first thing I've bought something. Flies 4 steps. Yeah, that's me. I can't walk. I'm an American. Hold on. Where's my list? How many stacks am I gonna need? It looks like 4 or 5. You heard that? Let's see here. Where's the good stuff? There we go. Let's get all of my oodles of money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go 1, 2, 3. I'm making a purchase in a store. I want everyone to notice this. Cub shop may be cheaper. Let's go see. Let's go see. Where is it? Is Cub's greenery? Oh, green's right here. Property of shopping guide. Moss Black Azaleas. Floor 5 Mangroves. I'm reminded of a certain Aerosmith song right now. Mangrove propagules. Propagules? Are those like saplings? Right? Is that a sapling? Floor 5? I don't know how any of this works. How do I get to floor 5? Oh, probably right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I nail it? I most definitely did not nail it. Oh, hey, Mangrove propagules. I don't know what this means. It's just a sapling? Okay. So I can just hit this with bone meal and we're good. But then I gotta chop it down myself. But that sounds pretty good. 16 per 1 diamond. All right, let's skedoodle some of this action here. 1, 2, 3. Pain to chop. We'll learn the hard way. 16 per 1 diamond. Yeah, okay, we're square. Let's go back and you'll never run out now. Is that a lot? 1 tree is 5 logs. Ugh, yeah. I know, I'm spending diamonds. You can bone meal mangrove leaves to get their saplings to get the propagule. I knew there was a trick like that, like with some way to get the propagules. Do side deal with Corrales? I can start giving him decked out keys. He would eat those up. Oh, I don't want to be here. Let's go. Yeah, well, let's just get a piece of dirt, right? We'll just do it right here. Dirt. Did you show him the door yet? Not. He saw it on the video, but let's get some. Want to hear the worship sounds in the tunnel? Logs. Okay. You, I'm gonna need later. Let's see. Mob drops. Sure. Honestly, one of the coolest nether hubs in Hermitcraft. Best one ever. I'll give you that. Aha! Cool. This is the painful part. Or did they go up there too? Is it like the big tree? I can't even see what's going on up there. I need light. Oh, so it's a pain to climb and it spreads. Will there be decked out 2 marsh? Probably, once it's done. It's like a messier big oak tree. Yeah, that's the worst part of everything right there. Why is it so dark in here? feel like I'm in some kind of anti-light zone or something. What is going on? Is that all of them? Okay, there's some deterioration. That's good. Okay, I think we got them all. Hoe the leaves to make it faster. Oh, can I get saplings from these? Propagules? No. How do you get a propagule? Oh, I have to bone meal. Okay, science is happening. And by science, I mean basic knowledge that everyone knows yet. No, I can't bone meal that. What am I bone mealing? Below it. Oh. So... Not the dirt. Needs air under the leaves. Oh. Aha. Okay. And it's just a little guy. That's it. Wow. And then it's got stages of growing. Oh, and then that destroys it. Cool. Hold on. Wait, what? Isn't that what I just did? That's, oh, there's difference between leaves and roots? Oh, come on. Oh, it has to be that guy. Sorry. Stupid. Dango is stupid. Okay, and then I bone meal, bone meal, bone meal. Triple. And then I soak touch? No. No. Bone meal, bone meal, bone meal? Bone meal? 4 times. Do I need to soak touch it? Or can I just break the leaf now? Just smack it off now? Aha! Okay. Well, this can clearly be automated. Can a dispenser place... Oh, wait. Yeah, this is totally automatable. Bone meal that. Spam bone meal there. Piston push. Done, right? Okay, that's easy. Very farmable, yeah. Cool. Cool story. All right. Learned something new today. I'm always like 3 versions of the game behind. Oh, these roots are horrible. Please stop. What's the proper tool? Is it axe? Ah, axe. Yeah, okay, so hey, those are horrible. You guys should have told me that. They should be charging a lot more for those. World time-lapse music, yeah. The wood is so pretty. Did I get all of them? Sure. Papa K has the TNT farm. Yeah, I can imagine you wanting to use TNT to farm this stuff. Cheap with TNT duping. Yeah, just like everything. Leaves. Leaves. Organics. There we go. Some of that, and that. And... Propagule. Drops. Someone's gonna say has a new sorter, doesn't use it. Yep, cool. And dirt. Dirt. All right, bam. Oh, my dirt is so dirt. Okay, there we go. What's up, Dev Party? That's a lie, but thank you. I heard El Mango's gonna stop. I heard El Mango next season is gonna put actual limitations on himself, like no TNT duping and stuff like that. It's about time. It is a good answer, or a good option, in my opinion. No raid farms? Yeah, they're pretty ridiculous too. Boss, I love the new raid. Got raid farm on the brain. I was just saying that. I love the new storage system. Thank you very much, Hermit. Hermit, you've been amazing lately. Thank you so much. Words are so hard. Yeah. Surprising. Surprise! No. There's no surprise incoming because I'm going to wrap it up because I've got a lot of work to do. I've got to do a ton of redstone there. Probably even more, doing some more digging. I've got to do a lot of building. over here, and probably other things that I haven't figured out yet. So yeah, today we're gonna, is he streaming, Doc? Please don't go anywhere, guys, because I want to do something fun here. Astrozone. It's not 4 W's. There he is. All right, guys, we're gonna raid Astro of the Zoan. Good friend of mine. He's got 13 viewers right now. He plays Among Us with him. You guys who have watched Stabby on Friday nights know Astro. It's his birthday today. That's the reason I'm doing this. Please go over there and mess with his head and tell him happy birthday and surprise him and all that stuff. Okay, guys? It's his birthday stream. Astrozone. There we go. The raid has been created. Go give him birthday wishes along with me, and I'll probably see you guys Wednesday, unless PlateUp is sooner. Don't know when that'll be. Goodbye.